sit back, relax, and enjoy, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime!
It's not gonna happen, and Daniel McMillan,
Pennsylvania native, kept here winning here at Pocono.
Third win of the season, and win the championship.
Ryan Benjamin with the last lap pass.
And he is going to score the victory in the Minute Maid 300.
Salmon Oskin, third win of the season.
He's gonna get it and only leads 3 laps today!
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
History is being made tonight in the New Era Cup Series. For the first time ever, we run on the dirt at the historic Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Welcome to the Arctic Cat Eldora Dirt Derby. This is going to be a fun one tonight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ari Sakala, and we're glad you all could join us for NOFSRL Dirt Night in America. Let's explain the format for tonight's show. We're going to start off with the heats. The heat starting lineup was determined by driver points. For the heats, the top 5 in each heat will directly transfer on to the feature event. The rest of the field will go to the LCQ. The heats are 10 laps. LCQs are 15 laps. Top 2 in the LCQ will directly transfer into the feature. Then the rest of the order, because that's giving you 27, we can only fit 30, will be determined by owner's points. And then if the champion, the defending champion, Steve Morgan, is not in the field, or the points to Diego Rossello, because they are guaranteed in, they will get provisionals and start in the back. But it is going to be a fun night tonight. 10 laps the heats, LCQs 15. The feature is 75 laps. For the heats and LCQs, we will have caution laps at a minimum. Once again, like we said, qualifying based off of driver points. This will be the group that will qualify for heat number 1 as the pace car rolls on off. Diego Rossello, Eric Monaco make up row 1. Luke Rainey, Stuart Grett in row 2. Steve Morgan, Daniel Voiles, row 3. In row 4, you've got Marty Johnson and John Andrews. It's a hot one tonight. Track temp is in the 80s. Well, the air temp, I should say. So that should mean a slick racetrack, and it's going to be a good one. We're about to determine the starting lineup. Winner of Heat 1 will start on the pole for the 75-lap feature. Diego Rossello, the points leader. Eric Monaco next to him. That's your front row, and we're underway in Eldora. Good start from Rossello, Luke Rainey inside, and Eric Monaco. That's what we're saying. Oh, they get together! Oh, they get together, and Rainey spins. Collects Stuart Grad in the process. Lap 1, caution 1. And remember, caution laps are on a minimum, so that means this track is based off of a road course for the heats and LCQs. So very few caution laps. Let's see what happened on the yellow. Super slow-mo camera will give us all. Just out of turn number 2, Rainey was trying to clear up on Eric Monaco. And they get into the wall, and Rainey goes around. He's trying to save it, jamming on the brakes. But then wait until Stuart Gratton comes in here. You'll see it. Well, Rainey's already spun out. That yellow's already out. And then there goes Gratton with nowhere to go. Watch a quick onboard with Luke Rainey. There it is. Turned off for Monaco. So we get ready to go back to the green flag. Reset the field for you. It's a single file restart with Diego Rossello in the lead. Steve Morgan second. Marty Johnson third. Eric Monaco fourth. And Daniel Voiles rounding out the top 5. Rossello slow. Back on the gas quickly. What a jump for him. Monaco all the way down to the bottom of the track. I don't know if that's where you want to be. He's going for the runner-up spot. Him and Morgan rub some fenders. They're going to turn 3. Morgan, Rossello both riding the cushion. Got to be careful on the cushion because it could put you up in the wall if you drive it in too deep on the outside. Monaco running in second spot. Here comes Daniel Voiles inside. That's for third. Fifth spot right now belongs to Marty Johnson, so he's in the feature. Andrews, Grant, and Rainey would go to the LCQ. at the moment. And if you do not make it due to owner's points, you could be knocked out of the playoffs because of it, especially if you have a win. Boyles takes third over Morgan. Now he's going after Monaco for second spot. You see John Andrews on that tail bumper of Marty Johnson. Here he goes. He tries the inside. Is it going to pay off, though, off of turn 4? Not just yet. 4 laps to go here in Heat 1. And Rossello has lost the lead to Eric Monaco. Monaco put a slider, but he's up in the wall. That's not what you want to do. Does Diego try that inside line? Monaco again driving it deep. Scrapes the wall off of turn 4. 3 to go in the first heat. Here comes Morgan up to Boyles. That's for third on the track. And look at how dusty that high line is. Wait till you see the feature when 30 cars take the dirt track. 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks in Heat 1. Monaco with a nice lead over Diego Rossello. Just a half a second, but Rossello's in the wall once again. This could help out Daniel Boyles. Look to the inside in 3. And he's going to try it. Not working out. Who's in 5th? It's still Marty Johnson over John Andrews. We're on the last lap of Heat 1. Boyles takes the runner-up spot from Diego Rossello. That's good for the 6th starting spot in the race. But Eric Monaco will start on pole for tonight's 75-lap feature. He wins Heat number 1. And for 5th, that will go to Marty Johnson. And a close battle between Rossello and Morgan for 3rd at the end. John Andrews, Stuart Gray, and Luke Rainey, they'll get their cars repaired, and they will go to the 15-lap LCQ. There he is, Eric Monaco. He starts on pole tonight. And we are ready to go for Heat 2 for the Arctic Cat Eldora Dirt Derby. Once again, it's set by points. Winner will start 2nd in the feature later tonight. Zachary Fitzwater, Zach Ryan make up row 1. Row number 2, it's Brian Webb and Jonathan Logan. The 3rd row, Christian Vargas and Nathan Stapleton. And in row 4, Derek Hamill and Cody Smart. Took me an hour to figure this out because the track was having some technical difficulties. Because apparently if you want to edit qualifying, when you accelerate through, you have to make sure every car qualifies. I just learned that in AR 2003. Because if 2 people qualify and the rest don't, you only have the front row. Fun fact. But Heat number 2 is underway. We luckily know from last heat that Rossello and Morgan will be in the feature. They do not need a provisional. So that means that 28 through 30 will be determined by driver points. Back to green we go, and a good start for Fitzy in the 4. Ryan Webb, Zach Ryan makes some contact. The 22 just scrapes the wall for a moment. Riding the cushion, Webb tries to put the slide job on Zach, and he moves up to 2nd spot. Good battle for 3rd between Ryan and Vargas at the stripe. It was the 22 over the 00, just by 100th of a second. That is for 4th, Logan and Ryan. Logan slips on the low line just below the cushion. Vargas way high up there, almost scrapes the wall. Right now, Logan with that last transfer spot. Derek Hamill just behind in the 6th spot. 2 laps on the boards here in Heat number 2. Fitzwater leading by 4/10 over Brian Webb. Vargas thinking about trying the bottom here. Is it going to work? Not just yet. Ryan is 4th, but here's the battle for 5th for a spot in the feature. Derek Hamill tried to look inside on Jonathan Logan, but he didn't have enough to do it. Nathan Stapleton now trying the bottom. That's not working either. Let's see if Vargas can try and catch up to the 6th. The front field, I think they have to make a mistake if they want to try and catch up. But let's focus back on for 5th. Jonathan Logan, Derek Hamill. Logan finishing 2nd last week at Nashville. Started on pole position. Led early in the race, but was not good in dirty air. 1 bit. But Derek Hamill not giving up there. For 5th on the track, we are halfway home in Heat 2 rather. That's the battle for 2nd. Meanwhile, Fitzwater, he's put up a nice gap over Brian Webb. They're all staying in single file, being patient with their cars for right now. Look at that dust fly. Brian Webb can't see anything except for the straightaways. Ooh, Webb got the wall for a moment there off of 2. We still look at that battle for 5th. Hamill not making any moves just yet. He's going to have to likely pull a dive bomb and a slide job on the last lap and the last turn if he wants any shot at making the feature. Currently just about 3/10 back. Vargas thinking about second spot. Brian Webb does not hit the wall off of turn number 4. Popsicles up for heat 2. Fitzwater scraping the wall out of turn 2. That could be a mistake. Brian Webb doesn't take advantage of it though. And Ryan's up in the wall in 3. Final lap for heat number 2. Who's going to start second? Is it going to be Mr. Fitzy himself, the King of Australia? Or is it going to be Brian Webb? Out of turn number 4, Ryan trying to take 3rd spot away. Zachary Fitzwater starts second. And for 5th, give it to Jonathan Logan. Good heat race there in heat 2. Very clean overall. Jonathan Logan is in the feature. Derek Hamill, Nathan Stapleton, Cody Smart will have to go through the LCQ. Now we get ready for Heat 3. Zachary Fitzwater will start in second. And we are set to go for Heat 3 for the Arctic Eldora Dirt Derby. Remember, once again, lineup determined by driver points. It's CJ Williams and Ethan Hoffman in row 1. Row 2, teammates. Colin Denton, last week's winner in Nashville, and Benny Watson. And then in row 4 by himself, it's Edwin Mendez. Oh, excuse me, that is row 3, yeah. Row number 3 is Edwin Mendez and Casey Nanikel. And by himself in row 4 is Eli Bright. Winner of this heat will start in 3rd position for the 75-lap main event. Here we go. Williams and Hoffman, 2 drivers that have won this season, lead the field of green. AI strength has been turned down a little bit for heat number 3, and it's not because the racing sucks. The racing's amazing, but it's because of qualifying. Because apparently on 105, there's some tough times getting the AI to actually qualify, because you gotta go through the entire grid. So it's turned down to 103 or 102, I forgot what it was. Colin Denton, meanwhile, is taking second from Ethan Hoffman. Hoffman protecting 3rd using the cushion. There's the guy in 5th, Benny Watson. He's currently on the bubble. Mendez trying the inside on Hoffman for 3rd. Being very patient, being very conservative as Mendez overtakes for 3rd. Tries to slide up in front of the 18. Not working there. Everyone going to run the cushion tonight. That's going to be the big key here at the Eldora Speedway. Meanwhile, Benny Watson trying to chase down Ethan Hoffman for 4th on the track. Difference gap between him and Eli Bright. Though they're battling for 6th, so that's what Benny Watson wants to see at the moment. But a half-second difference. They touch for a moment just off of turn number 2. Nanico, does he try to slide on up? He's trying to crowd him, but not working. Almost put him up in the wall, so that got a little bit close. Meanwhile, the gap between 1st and 2nd, just over 3/4 of a second. 2 through 5, just separated by just over a second. Mendez currently in 2nd, Hoffman 3rd, Watson is 5th. Or, excuse me, Mendez was 3rd, Hoffman 4th, and Watson was 5th. CJ Williams, the race leader, upping the gap by about a 1/10 per lap. So, good running going on by CJ Williams, trying to start in 3rd position. Playoffs are really going to be key here, and we've already got some drivers that have a win in the LCQ. Remember, they got to make top 30 in the points if they want to be locked in to the playoffs. So there's two key things you got to keep in mind. So right now in the LCQ, Nathan Stapleton starts in 8th, so he's in some big trouble today for this matchup. We got to see what else happens in the rest of the heats. Here's Benny Watson looking on Hoffman for 4th on the track. Does this work out? Not just yet. Meanwhile, Mendez and Denton battle for 4th, and Williams has really put on a show here in Heat 3. He's led every single lap. He's coming to the white flag. I'd tell you something. If there was actually mud on these cars, that 24 would not look good one bit. The 11, I don't know about that. A lot of these cars would not look good because there's no cars that are really all predominant black except for that 11 of Mendez. Here comes Williams off of the final turn. Heat number 3 will go to him. And Benny Watson gets 5th. Nanico and Eli Bright will race in the LCQ. CJ Williams will start 3rd. Now we get ready for Heat 4. Heat number 4 getting set at Eldora. Your front row will be Mitchell Collins and Carter Friesen. Row number 2, it's Matt Tuck, Matthew Logan. Row 3, Patrick Smith, Jesse Turner. By himself in row 4 is Justin Zidell. You gotta watch this heat closely, because Patrick Smith and Jesse Turner, they're just above that top 30, especially Mr. Turner himself. He wants to be in this feature, or he could be losing points big time at Eldora. We know Marty Johnson's in the feature race, but Jesse Turner, we'll have to see what happens with him. 10 laps. Heat 4. Winner will start in 4th position for tonight's 75-lap main event. Collins and Friesen in the front row, and here we go. Good jump by Mitchell Collins. Slides up easily in front of the 37 of Friesen. Friesen trying to power with the cushion on the exit, but he's got to deal with Matt Tuck on his inside for a 2nd spot. Right now, 5th spot goes to Matthew Logan. Jesse Turner stuck in 7th. Justin Zidell trying to get up to the 96. Patrick Smith looking for 3rd spot on Carter Friesen, and he's got that. Now Logan and Friesen go side by side for the 4th position. How does this work going into turn 3? Matthew Logan drives it in deep. Tries to slide on up, get into the cushion, and he takes 4th. Now Carter Friesen is on the bubble, and now Justin Zidell commits to the bottom, on board with that 37. Gotta try that different line. Justin Zidell really wants to be in this main event badly. Three laps are on the board. Matt Tuck inching his way closer and closer to Mitchell Collins. Quarter of a second lead over the 95. Toyotas are 1 and 2. Here comes Patrick Smith in that 14, wanting that runner-up spot. He's already in right now inside that top 5. Gap between 5th and 6th is just 0.4 of a second. Friesen trying to lower line. Zidell staying on the top side, and Friesen's in the wall. Friesen's in the wall. Justin Zidell's going to gain some time here on that 37. They're going lower once again. Zidell still riding that cushion off of turn number 2. And Friesen's in the wall again. But Zidell doesn't capitalize. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd heating up between Matthew Logan and Patrick Smith. That is getting really good. Keep on focused here. Friesen now has the gap up to 0.4 of a second. They ride the same line off of 2. And they are catching up to the 14 and the 96. 3 to go. Now it looks like they're being a little bit more patient now, but Matt Tuck wants to start in 4th if he doesn't win this heat. He starts in 9th. This is a track where qualifying is very key at the Eldora Speedway. Tuck may have gone into the wall there. Meanwhile, Carter Friesen just trying to hold on. Jesse Turner going to be in some big trouble on the LCQ, starting near the back because this is Heat 4, and he's in last position. Remember, in the LCQ, top 2 transfer on. That means 28 through 30 will be determined via owner's points, or driver's points rather, in order. Final lap. Collins versus Tuck, going to go at it for the Heat 4 victory, and it's going to go to the 19. Collins will take it home. It's a Toyota 1, 2, 3. Zidell, one last chance at Friesen. Doesn't work. Zidell and Turner will go to the LCQ, and you're going to have to watch out for Jesse Turner pretty closely. This is big, folks. Stay tuned. We got one more heat, though, coming up. The final heat underway will determine who will start in the positions 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. Row 1, it's Igor Barreto and Brian Ferris. Row 2, teammates Tyler Marco, Alex Lozano. The 3rd row, watch this closely, Neil Clifford and Johnny Garner. By himself in row 4, Gatlin Downey. Johnny Garner, 20 points above the cutoff, and we know his teammate Marty Johnson is in. If he wants to get in, He's got to fight for it. Jussie Turner was in that same spot. And and guess where he finished? Last. Final heat. We'll determine the top 25 right now. And here we go. Eagle Barretto, Brian Ferris, the front row. That's a really good jump by Barretto in that 77. Meanwhile, Ferris and Marco go at it for second. Ferris should defend right. Not just yet. Here goes Marco down to the inside. Does he try the slide job here in turn number 3? Yes, he does. Can he clear up? Ferris has got to get off the gas for a moment. Clifford up in 4th. Lozano in 5th. But here comes Downey. That's for 5th. That's a transfer spot right there, folks. Downey not giving up in turn number 3. Can he hold it off here? Yes, he can. Downey now in the transfer spot. Here comes Gardner and Lozano. They touch. Coming to the stripe. Now Gardner all the way on the bottom. Trying to get up to Gatlin Downey. Trying to fight at it for 5th. Back up front. Barretto's put a half-second lead over Tyler Markle. Battle for 4th position now. Brian Ferris and Gatlin Downey. Johnny Gardner trying to get up in that mix. Now Ferris stuck on the outside. 2 drivers with 2 wins this season. The 20 and the 2 going at it. Now Gardner tries the bottom. Does this pay off? Not just yet. Halfway home in Heat 5. Johnny Gardner trying to get into the first dirt race in the New Era Cup Series. Lozano in the mix as well. These 3 cars fighting it out for the last transfer spot. Ferris with the edge by about 2 car lengths over Gardner. Gardner tries the bottom here. Ferris at the wall. That got a little bit close down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, Gardner not making his move just yet. Meanwhile, Barretto's put a nice gap up over Tyler Markle. From 6/10. I think it stays the same. 6/10. Yes, it does. Gardner is right there, not going to give it up just yet. Ferris on the wall once again. And now Lozano goes inside for 6th. Now that is what Ferris wants to see. Contact as Lozano tried to crowd Gardner up in the wall. That doesn't work, and now Ferris gains some time on the 2. 3 to go. Barretto looks like he's got Heat 5 in the bag. Meanwhile, Clifford trying to get up to Tyler Markle for 2nd spot. That inside line, if you are starting up there, you got a good chance at winning tonight. Meanwhile, Brian Ferris currently in 5th position. And it looks like he's got a good chance at making the main. Final lap is out for Eagle Barretto. Marco 2nd, Clifford 3rd, Downey 4th, and Johnny Gardner not giving up for 5th. He's got to dive it deep into 3 if he wants to get this to pay off. But Ferris, a great entrance, and he will transfer in. Barretto wins Heat 5, and Gardner and Lozano will go to the LCQ. That was a fun heat, I gotta admit. The heats were pretty fun as well, for what they were. Now we got the LCQ coming up, 15 laps. And it is going to be a good one. Remember, top 2 will directly transfer. Then the rest of the field is determined by driver points. we are ready to go for the LCQ to determine the final 5 spots on the grid for the Arctic Eldora Dirt Derby feature. And yes, that's just my phone. Don't worry about it. Let's explain the situation with how drivers can get in. Luke Rainey, Stuart Grant, Alex Lozano, they are guaranteed in no matter what because of where they stand in points. Of the 3 highest in points, so they can use that as a provisional no matter what. Nathan Stapleton, Casey Nanico can make it in either a provisional or win in the top 2. But they are in danger of being out, but not as much as guys like Jesse Turner, Johnny Garner, Derek Hamill, Eli Bright, Justin Zeidel, John Andrews, Cody Smart. They must place in the top 2 if they want to transfer into the first dirt race in the New Era Cup Series. You got 3 drivers in the playoffs that have won a race this year, I should say, that are in danger. John Andrews and Derek Hamill, they need to make need to make top 2. They're in row 1. Row 2, Casey Nanico and Justin Zeidel. Row number 3, Johnny Gardner and Stuart Gratton. He is in no matter what. Same with Luke Rainey inside on row 4. Nathan Stapleton. He can make it in any way whatsoever, but still be in danger. Cody Smart, Eli Bright, they're in a must-win situation. Jesse Turner in a big danger zone at the moment, starting in 11th. Alex Lozano starts in 12th. 15 laps, cautions at a minimum as we have it set to the road course. AI strength this time is at 102. Who will make it in to the Dirt Derby? We're about to find out. Pair of Ford Mustangs, John Andrews and Derek Hamill. The LCQ is on now. And he got a really good jump there, but here goes Nanico looking for a second on Derek Hamill. Now what that 32 was. He powers on the outside. That keeps the runner-up spot. Now challenges Andrews for the lead. Out of turn 4, lap 1. It's going to be led by Hamill's got it. Now Andrews is in trouble because here comes Nanico. And here comes Johnny Gardner, who's in 4th. He's got 2 wins and couldn't miss out on the Dirt Derby and maybe even the playoffs. Drivers trying multiple lines around. Here goes Gardner looking for 3rd on Casey Nanico. Does that pay off? He's going for it in 1. Up to the door of the 51, looking for 3rd. Some near contact down the back. Nanico holds off for right now. Johnny Gardner trying to slide and crowd him up. And he's got 3rd. Can he make it in? That would be big if Johnny Gardner could get in. It's been clean all around. He's got to try and get by John Andrews, who was second to last of the LCQs in points coming in. A lot of time, though. 11 to go here in the LCQ. Hamill first, Andrews second, Johnny Gardner third. 3 cars under a blanket, and Gardner is there up to the back bumper of Andrews. Now he tries the bottom for the lead. And that doesn't work out just yet. Meanwhile, these guys are all in trouble out back. Jesse Turner has made his way up to 7th position. Drivers have faded back big time. Nathan Stapleton back in 12th. That's not where he wants to be. Casey Nanico in 4th. I think that would get him in if I'm doing my math correctly. It would not. He's got to hope for a guy like Luke Rainey to get up there and get into the top 2. So it's not looking good for Nanico, not looking good for Stapleton at the moment with Andrews and Hamill ahead. Gardner needs to figure something out, but he's got to be careful. He has got Nanico right on his tail. Gardner tries the cushion, almost gets into the wall. Does he gain a little bit on the 17? Let's see what happens going into 3. Up in the wall again? No, he doesn't, but Andrews... he's up to Hamill. Should just be patient. They don't want to take each other out or else they won't make the show. Gardner tries a different line than Andrews. But slides on up. Doesn't work a little bit. Let's see how much time he loses. It was 4/10 the gap this time. We wait for scoring to update. The gap is just about the same. And Gardner's in the wall. Johnny got the wall, and here comes Nanico for 3rd. We are looking at a situation where 3 drivers with wins could miss the show. Johnny Gardner, Jesse Turner, and Nathan Stapleton. I cannot believe I am possibly saying that right now. And it could take them out of the top 30, and it would help out drivers like Mitchell Collins, first guy without a win. Maybe even Zach Ryan, Luke Rainey as well. The playoffs are really going to go on its axis tonight. After the feature, 3 laps to go for Derek Hamill and John Andrews. They start on the front row. Johnny Garner not giving up for second. He's got to try. He goes a different line this time. Let's see if that works. He needs to hope Andrews makes a mistake. He is going to be cautious and patient. 2 laps to go. Oh, but he's got to deal with Nanico. And Garner almost gets the wall. One lap to go. These two drivers would start 26th and 27th. 28th through 30 would go to Rainey, Grattan, and Lozano based on how they are running at the moment. Half a lap to go for Derek Hamill. Johnny Garner's hopes are fading away. His teammate and rival Marty Johnson made it in. And Johnny Garner will not. That is huge to the top 30 in points. Derek Hamill, John Andrews will race in the Arctic Cat Eldora Dirt Derby. Everyone else will go home. Luke Rainey, Stuart Grant, Alex Lozano, they are in the show. So the feature 75 laps, and it's going to be a good one. As I'm recording this, I got to stop recording for the day because I got to go cover a race. So I will be back at it and recording tomorrow's feature attraction. It's going to be a fun one. 75 laps. Don't worry. The premiere is still happening. You're still going to see it tonight. I just got to go right now and stop recording. So Derek Hamill, John Andrews make it on in. Same with Casey and Anna. Same with, Luke Rainey, Stuart Grant, and Alex Lozano. It was a fun heat and fun LCQ. And it's time to go 75 laps around Eldora. Stay tuned, folks. Don't miss out. Ladies and gentlemen, in Watkins Glen International, it Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for the 75 lap feature at the Eldora Speedway, the Arctic Cat Eldora Dirt Derby. It is going to be a good one. We're just going to get right down into business and give you the starting lineup. Eric Monaco, one Heat 1, he's on the pole next to Heat 2 winner Zachary Fitzwater. Then it's Heat 3 winner CJ Williams, and Heat 4 winner Mitchell Collins. Row 3, it's Heat 5 winner Igor Barreto, and Daniel Voiles next to him. Row number 4, we've got Brian Webb and Colin Denton. We got in row 5, it's Matt Tuck and Tyler Markle. Row 6, Diego Rossello and Christian Vargas. Edwin Mendez, Matthew Logan, Neil Clifford and Steve Morgan, Zach Ryan, Ethan Hoffman, Patrick Smith, Gatlin Downey, Marty Johnson, and Jonathan Logan, Benny Watson, Carter Friesen, Brian Ferris, Derek Hamill, John Andrews making it through the LCQ, and Luke Rainey, Stuart Grattan, and Alex Lozano receiving provisionals. Via driver points, once again, 75 laps around Eldora Speedway. The stages will end at laps 20 and 40. Don't expect any pit stops unless it's from a vibration. So it's going to be a good one as now the field makes their way onto the dirt for the first ever New Era Cup Series race, not on a paved track. This is going to be a dandy one today. Guarantee you that. The heats were fantastic. Great racing. How will they be here? Most cars on the track today, and they're going to go at it for 75 laps. The drivers are ready. The teams are ready. Eldora, are you ready? Eric Monaco, Zachary Fitzwater will bring the field to green. Strap in. Hold on tight. Turn them loose. It's showtime in Eldora. Monaco a good jump. CJ Williams makes his move up to second position. Fitzwater falls back in third. Igor Barreto, Mitchell Collins, they go side by side for the fourth spot on the track. Meanwhile, Williams takes a lower line than Eric Monaco does as they come to the stripe. Lap number 1 led by the number 3. Meanwhile, Brian Webb, and I can't tell who's on the top side because of how dusty this track is. They're going in it for 4th. Matt Tuck, Mitchell Collins, that's for 6th. We can try and put both of those battles on the screen. But look at the dust flying. That's going to be a key issue in the turns all day. You got to think about how you want to make your move on the straightaways. There goes Webb. Drillick trying to look inside on Barretto for 3rd. Igor running the cushion on top. He'll take that away. Meanwhile, Fitzwater has fallen back from 2nd to 5th in only 2 and almost 3 laps. Brian Webb up to the rear quarter panel of Barretto looking for the runner-up spot. Nothing working out just yet. Barretto almost gets the wall off of turn number 2. We got a car stopped. It's Benny Watson, and that's going to bring the yellow out. First caution out at Eldora, and it's for Benny Watson, stopped on the racetrack. I think we could have gone green, but it was just too much of a safety risk. I don't see any cars with damage for right now, so I think that 38 had an issue early on. Tough break for Benny Watson. Let's see what happened. Let's start with Ethan Hoffman's on board. Ooh, Benny Watson, yeah, look how slow he is. Stacking the field up. Something happened with Benny Watson. Yeah, I think something broke. But first yellow out, we get ready to go back to green. Eric Monaco, the leader. Ready to go back to green here at the Eldora Speedway. Benny Watson back on track, but he's 2 laps down. He's going to be the first one on the inside line for this restart. Eric Monaco came down pit road to change some tires. He's back in 18th. CJ Williams is the leader. Igor Barretto 2nd. Brian Webb 3rd. Matt Tuck 4th. And Zachary Fitzwater rounds out the top 5. Back to green at Eldora. Ooh, Williams and Watson nearly get together. The goal for Benny Watson. Try and crowd that 24. Oh, they get together! They get together, and Barretto goes to the lead. They saved it, though. Very close call. Meanwhile, 3 wide out of turn 4, and Watson almost puts Tuck in the wall. That's getting interesting. That was a wild restart. It's going to help out the 77 of Igor Barretto go to the lead. Brian Webb up to 2nd. Zachary Fitzwater 4th. Meanwhile, Williams with a big issue in the 24. The field accordion's back. Him and Tuck got together for a moment. Man, they're duking at it already. It's getting wild here. Now here goes Colin Denton inside, taking it 3 wide on the bottom while Williams hugging the cushion. That was for about the 5th position on track. Yes, it was. Side by side, coming to the stripe. Denton edging out Williams at the line for 6th. He won last week at Nashville and is currently in the playoffs. And remember, that's a big story coming in the feature. It was a critical race, do or die, pretty much, if you're on that top 30 bubble. Nathan Stapleton did not make it. Johnny Garner did not make it. Jesse Turner did not transfer into the feature. This helps out this man big time. Mitchell Collins in the 19 and Patrick Smith in the 19. I think he's got an issue. He's coming down pit road. Tough break for Mr. Smith in the 14 machine. There's Eric Monaco. Remember, he was leading before the yellow, and he has made his way up to 11. So the fresher tires coming in hand for the driver of the 3 car. Here's Matt Tuck inside, and I think he is a lap down. Yes, he is in 29th. So I think he had an issue earlier. Meanwhile, Barretto still leading. Brian Webb just behind by about 0.4 of a second. And the 2nd yellow is out, and it's a big wreck. Tyler Markle, first one with damage. And you got Marty Johnson. That could affect the top 30 still. Daniel Voiles also involved. About a 5-car accident here on lap number 17. And that is going to do it for stage 1. Matt Tuck's got damage as well in the 95. He's called it a day. I think, oh, Barretto just dumped Frieza, and Brian Webb gets collected. I have never seen anything like that. I think they may have gone at it. Barretto comes down pit road. I think he's going to get penalized for that. That was interesting and pretty wild, to say the least. And Collins showing his displeasure to the 77. That was pretty wild. Let's see what happened. This comes off of turn number 4. Watch Tyler Markle. Neil Clifford. Oh, something happened. He just dumped him. Put him into the wall. Voiles nowhere to go. Brian Ferris. Another miss for the 20 car. There's Steve Morgan. And this is just going to stack the field up. Johnson with a lot of damage. Oh, he's on 2 wheels. Almost goes upside down. Jonathan Logan involved. Lozano. Luke Rainey. I think all the confusion was because that came out the start-finish line. Let's watch some onboards here real quick. We'll start things off with Brian Ferris in the 20 and how he missed it. Another good miss for Brian Ferris. Luke Rainey. Got the 47. Now we had another wreck down the backstretch. Watch Matt Tuck and Mitchell Collins get together. Tuck gets turned after trying to slide job. Now that's the fastest part of the track. And it is Christian Vargas just ramming. Then there's Neil Clifford as well. That is a tough break for all three of those guys. And then we go to Barretto again. Oh, he was trying to come down Pirro and Carter Freeze just doesn't see it coming. He gets turned into the wall, and Brian Webb hits him, and him and Fitzwater get turned. Let's watch Webb's onboard. Brian Webb is probably thinking, I cannot believe that just happened. And now Friesen's got an onboard as well. Let's see what he saw. Here's Friesen. Just slowing down to the yellow. Trying to catch back up, and that's when Barretto puts him in the wall. Oh my goodness. Last time I saw a crazy situation like that was probably Charlotte back in Season 3 at the Oval. May have been Season 4. I can't remember. But the yellow flag's back out. Let's see who the Stage 1 winner is. So Stage 1 is done, and the Stage winner, we believe, is Stuart Gratton. If not, it may be Igor Barretto. We will double check with scoring. Scoring saying it's Zachary Fitzwater, actually, who won the stage, but I think he's now tail end. So, interesting in scoring. Fitzwater is the stage winner, but who's going to restart as the leader? Is it going to be Barretto? I don't know. A lot of confusion happening here with this restart. Barretto is the leader. And got a great jump, and Stuart Gratton did not. Drivers going to the inside. There's Collins in third. Here comes Brian Ferris. Trying to pull a double overtake on Denton and Mendez, and he's going after Collins. Remember, he had that crazy miss just before this caution came out on the first part of the accident. And we got a lot of cars very slow. I think someone was coming down the pit. Nope, I don't see him. Meanwhile, that's 3 wide. Here goes Ferris inside for second. Meanwhile, look at the lead that Barretto has put up. Over 2.3 seconds. That's a huge one. Tyler Marco will love yellow. He'd be back on the lead lap. Ferris using all the bottom he can go for, and he's just blasted by a bunch of them. Zach Ryan going for third, and Ryan came in 19th on the playoff standings. Mitchell Collins came in 18th. There's Derek Hamill. He's just exiting the pits right now. Now they're trying to get back on that cushion. John Andrews, who was a part of that LCQ. Whoa! Lozano! And Matthew Logan get into the wall, and Mendez gets collected. Yellow flag. Monaco just misses. And there's your third yellow of the day. Barretto brings him back to the caution, and that's what Tyler Marco wants. He's back on the lead lap. So as Mendez that was collected, Matthew Logan, they were 3 wide with Alex Lozano. Tough break for those guys. Eric Monaco just missed that wreck, but it cost him a bunch of spots. He's back in 13th for now. But Barretto is the leader. Let's watch that again from another angle. 3 wide with Gatlin Downey, and now Lozano and Downey are battling for a position, and yeah, they just get together and into the wall. And then there is Lozano who spins. Same with Mendez. Monaco and Williams jam on the brakes and they miss it. That's a quick one. Barretto currently the leader. Getting ready for the restart here at the Eldora Speedway. 10 laps to go in Stage 2. Igor Barretto currently shown as the leader. Mitchell Collins second. John Andrews third. Gatlin Downey fourth. Zachary Fitzwater back in fifth. Brian Ferris got what in the world? Ferris and Ryan got DQ'd. Wow. I don't know how they got DQ'd. I want to look at the penalty infractions. That's news to me. I cannot believe it. They were having some good cars. Unless they passed on the inside line of a restart, but I am just completely confused right now. That's pandemonium, folks. Barretto stuck on the outside. Patrick Smith currently just a lap down. Here goes Collis looking for the lead. This man has been desperate for a win this season. He should have 2 by now, and he's going to the point. Here comes Andrews, who was in the LCQ earlier. He was second, got the last spot in before driver point. He's up to 3rd. Barretto not giving up on the 19. That's for the lead. They almost made contact off of 2. Phenomenal racing on the dirt for the lead. Barretto not giving up just yet. Collins wants the powerful exit on off of 4. He's got it for right now. But Barretto inside. Slide up. Slide up. He's going to slide up and take the lead back. Barretto back in the lead. Collins second. The 19. Does he try the crossover? He's going to wait on it. Hoping for that 77 to make a mistake in Nico Barretto. Andrews up there is in 3rd. That's a smorgasbord for 4th. Ethan Hoffman currently has the spot with Gatlin Downey back in 5th, but a lot of lap cars dealing with it. 19 of them, count them, on the lead lap. So Patrick Smith, if you're him, you want a caution now. 4 to go in stage number 3. 24 drivers on track, 19 on the lead lap. Of the 30 cars that made it into the feature. First side-by-side battle, not for possession, but it was Luke Rainey and Matthew Logan. Here we go. Carter Friesen now looks inside on Gatlin Downey. Friesen was a part of that stack-up earlier, and they touch, rubbing doors across the line. Downey with the edge for 6th. Now Friesen with a slide job. He pulls up and takes the 6th spot away. Now Morgan Lozano. Morgan a lap down. Eric Monaco, by the way, he's cracked the top 10 once again. CJ Williams, same with him. He's in 10th. Brian Webb back in 11th. That's for position for 6th. Looking at the telemetry out of 4, just at least 90 miles an hour. And up to 105. What are the speeds when they cross the line? It's going to be about 102. So the yellow lap, the caution laps around Eldora are pretty slow. Meanwhile, Barretto has put the lead up to just 0.6 of a second over Mitchell Collins. John Andrews a second back in 3rd. And the final lap is good. And stage number 2, if we can find him. There's a lot of cars still stuck on pit road. That's won by Igor Barretto. Full field rundown. Barretto the leader. Mitchell Collins 2nd. John Andrews 3rd. Ethan Hoffman 4th. Luke Rainey 5th. Gatlin Downey is 6th. 7th is Alex Lozano. He takes that from Carter Friesen. 9th, Eric Monaco. And 10th is CJ Williams. 11th, Brian Webb. 12th now, Edwin Mendez. 13th, Tyler Markle. 14th is Colin Denton. 15th, Stuart Gray. And 16th, Zachary Fitzwater. 17th, there's Diego Rossello. He's been quiet all day. Jonathan Logan's 18th. Patrick Smith, the last car in the lead lap, he's 19th. Then of the lap cars on the track. Go to 20th. There's Neil Clifford. 21st, you'll find Matthew Logan. 22nd is Steve Morgan. There he is. Then you go back ahead. 2 laps down currently is Benny Watson. Derek Hamill 3 laps down in the number 32. I think we may have missed Neil Clifford. Yeah, he's a lap down in 20th. So those are the 24 cars that remain on the track. Brian Ferris and Zach Ryan. We'll need to get a confirmation on why they got DQ'd from the race. Daniel Boyles, Marty Johnson, Christian Vargas, Matt Tuck have all been collected in wrecks earlier today. So they are out of it. Mitchell Collins has lost some time to John Andrews. They're going to battle for 2nd in a moment. He's coming closer and closer from the rear bumper of the 19. Now he sees the 17. But when they get into the turn, you won't see anything in his rearview mirror but dust. Like I said, the straightaways is when you can set your move up and figure out where you want to go. But when you're in the turns, you can't see anything. Both of them get up into the wall. It could cost the 19, who's got some left side scuffs. Does the 17 use it to his advantage? Andrews is not trying yet. John Andrews coming in the point standings, 36. That's the second worst of all the full-time drivers in the field. Now he goes on a completely different line than Mitchell Collins. Collins rides the cushion, the top side. That's the fastest way around Eldora. Been a good race so far. I believe it's only been 3 cautions today. We did a take earlier, and I was with Fisher G in the booth, and unfortunately, I'm sorry, Fisher, but the racing was a meme. 7 cautions in that, and commentary on both of our ends kind of sucked. Barretto has put the gap up to over a second lead. He's got the fastest lap, 17.554. Him and Collins are actually tied for that at the moment. Find the best battle on track. It was Ethan Hoffman and Luke Rainey, but I'm pretty sure that gap's going to go up again. Yes, it will. We're trying to find it, but they're all staying in single file for right now. If you're a driver with damage, you'll probably lose some more time throughout the field. But now, obviously, this has been our longest green flag run of the day. If we go on board from Eagle Barretto's perspective, Patrick Smith has still yet to receive a caution. There is some traffic ahead if this green flag run goes longer and longer. You see just entering turn 1 are Jonathan Logan and Derek Hamill. Now, I believe they've got damage from earlier. If this stays long, could Barretto get slowed down by it, and could this help out Mitchell Collins and John Andrews? We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But they're going at it for second position. Barretto won at Oswego earlier in the season. And we're going to Oswego later this year, and that's going to be a dirt track. When we went to Oswego earlier, that was paved. It's primarily it's an asphalt track, but dirt gets topped on it for Super Dirt Week. So he's pretty good at these short tracks. He came into the standings 5th in points, just about 96 points back on points leader Diego Rossello. Now, we look at Rossello in the 9. There he is. He is currently back in 15th, so he's mid-pack for right now. And with Fitzwater being in 13th, that gap I don't think would really go down that much. It was a 74-point lead over Fitzy earlier coming in. Meanwhile, they're still going out for second. John Andrews, I think, is just being patient with under 20 to go. He is hoping for Mitchell Collins to make a mistake. He gets up in the wall once again. The 17 did scrape as well. But now remember that 17, that left side looks clean. The right side just a little bit dented. Probably the same as Mitchell Collins. Could be because they use that to their advantage. If you look at Barretto as well, he's got some left side damage as well. The right side is pretty clean, so that's giving Barretto an advantage to pull away. And he's riding the wall in 3 and 4. That's not good. That gap's going to get closed down from 1.9 to 1.68. Hopefully he doesn't have a flat tire. Let's see how he rides 3 and 4, though. I think the yellow's out. Oh, my goodness, it's out! Oh, this is going to change everything. I don't know who it's for, but we had a yellow come out, and it's not with a 77-1. At a 1.68 second gap, vaporized. Patrick Smith gets back on the lead lap, and I cannot believe this, but John Andrews is coming down pit road. He is giving up second spot. I think he's got a feeling a huge wreck is going to occur in front of the field, but remember, I believe this would be a single file restart now the rest of the way. We'll have to confirm, but let's see what the caution was for first. So put in slow-mo. He got to the quarter panel of Fitzwater. Goes into the wall, and the car just gets loose and spins out. So I had a feeling it was mid-pack because Rossello was slowing down, but the top 14 were not really. Let's go from Fitzwater's onboard there. Yellow is back out. We get ready to go back to green with Eagle Barretto out in front. So this will not be a single file restart. This is a double file restart. Nope, it is single file. We're hearing from race control. Eagle Barretto leads. Mitchell Collins second. Ethan Hoffman is third. Luke Rainey fourth. John Andrews fifth. Alex Lozano 6th, Carter Friesen 7th, Gatlin Downey 8th, Eric Monaco 9th, and Brian Webb 10th. They've added an extra lap, and yes, it is so they can go double file. So they're resetting the field is what we're hearing. Post-race, we'll try and figure out what happened with Brian Ferris and Zach Ryan, because they had some strong race cars earlier today, but they got DQ'd for some reason. I don't know what that was for. That's an interesting storyline. So this will be the final double file restart of the day, because it's 11 laps to go. If a yellow comes out, it would be single file the rest of the way through. Barretto leading, trying to set this restart up perfectly. If not, it could help out Collins. They get equal restarts. Gonna remain on the cushion. Now Benny Watson will have a yellow to come out. I think he's the first car a lap down. It was 2 laps down, but they get together for a moment. That's gonna slow down the 19. That's what Barretto wants. Ooh, Watson not giving up on that low line, though, for a position. They nearly make contact. Meanwhile, Collins and Hoffman, that's for second. And the yellow is back out again. Brian Webb around to the 6. I don't think that was what it was for. It may have been for Tyler Marco. A lot of drivers stopped on the track, though. And that is what Igor Barretto will want. Because Neil Clifford is going to separate first and second on this single file restart coming up. Let's see what happened. So back of the pack, Eric Monaco. Oh, him and Friesen just go around. Ooh, that's a hard shot for Monaco. Then there comes Brian Webb, Tyler Marco, and the field accordions. Let's watch Monaco's onboard. You see it? That's the 5th yellow we've had today at Eldora, so let's get ready for the restart again. Lights should go off the pace car this time, meaning 1 to go until we go back to green. This will be the final restart of the race with 5 laps to go left. If a yellow comes out, the race will end under caution. Igor Barretto is the leader. He's led the most laps today. He's going to have a lap car separating between first and second, so he's going to want a good restart and hope Ethan Hoffman gets slowed down. He is in second. Mitchell Collins runs in third. Luke Rainey 4th. 5th is Alex Lozano. 6th, Gatlin Downey. 7th, C.J. Williams. 8th, Diego Rossello. 9th, Stuart Gratton. And 10th is Edwin Mendez. 11th, Patrick Smith. 12th, Tyler Marco. 13th, Eric Monaco. 14th, Carter Friesen. 15th, Jonathan Logan. 16th, Zachary Fitzwater. 17th, Colin Denton. 18th, John Andrews. 19th is Brian Webb. We go back to green. And what a jump Igor got. With 4 laps to go, he's going to hope he doesn't blow up. Because Hoffman getting slowed down big time, and the hopes for him to win this race fading away. 3 to go. All just being conservative at the moment. First car on the bottom is C.J. Williams trying to get by the lap Derek Hamill. First one for position is Diego Rossello and Gatlin Downey. Gonna gain some more points today on Zachary Fitzwater and company. Popsicle sticks up 2 laps to go. And he's looking on Williams for 6th on the track. He had a good restart, but it's not going to be enough. I don't think anyone's going to catch Igor Barretto. Here they come to the white flag. Final lap at Oswego Speedway. Or Eldora Speedway, rather. Barretto got his first win at Oswego. And now he's going to get it done at Eldora. Half a lap to go, and he's going to win the most historic race of his career. It's the biggest one! Igor Barretto wins the Arctic Cat Eldora Dirt Derby. Win number 2 on the season for him. Hoffman 2nd, Collins 3rd, Rainey 4th, Lozano 5th. Good day as well for Rainey. But Mitchell Collins staying in that top 5. And it will help him out especially towards the playoffs. So we'll just have to look at the standings and see who's in and who's out. Because remember the top 30 rule. Do not forget about that. Your final results. So we gotta see as well. As you look at the final results on your screen, we'll show you the retirees as well. We don't know what happened with Zach Ryan and Brian Ferris. So let's see. Let's go through real quick and take a look at what happened to them. Let's go third way through. Oh, did they pass on the bottom? trying to double check everything here. What happened with the 20 and the 22? Because they both got DQ'd at the same time. Yeah, they're fine here. We keep going on through. Did they cause like an intentional wreck and race control force them to park it? If we fast forward through, we still see them on your screen. See, Hamill comes down pit road. Unless they passed the pace car and we didn't even know it. That could be the issue. But they were coming. And I think the yellow had already come out there. No, it didn't. I think this is the lap where they got told to park it. Nope, they got DQ'd. Because there's 27. Ferris is on 26th. He had to have a DQ for something. What happened on the previous yellow? Did him and Ryan do something that brought the yellow flag out? We're looking at Ferris's onboard here. I'll have to confirm with the game on what was going on with the driver of the 20. Yellow flag is out there. Does he like not maintain his position or something? Could that be the case? It may have been because of those guys there. It could have been. Because there's Ryan, but I think that may be it. But that shouldn't be an exception because they're too slow on the track. They can't even go. And then these two guys obviously come on in, but could it be because they passed drivers in their position? No, that can't be. Ryan should be fine. Ferris may have gotten a penalty for that. I'm still baffled. Like, I really am. Was it something that had to do with exiting? The go sign's still there. So they're fine on the exit. Do they not merge up properly? Because those guys may be... I don't know. We gotta double check with the game and see what happened. But we know that your race winner is Igor Beretta. We'll give you the playoffs and then we'll tell you what happened. So this is the telemetry from Brian Ferris. So come to the yellow. So according to the NR 2003 replay analyzer, the yellow came out on lap 17. I don't know if he passed cars coming onto pit road. This could be what race control is looking at here. Because he pulled up to pit. But a bunch of other drivers did that. So why should they be getting penalized? That I don't understand. I am not a big fan of that call. So that came on 17, and I think that was why. They did not respond to it because they thought it was a dumb penalty. But ball and strike, unfortunately. Tough break for Brian Ferris and Zach Ryan. I think Ferris could have had a chance to get win number 3 on the season, so that's an unfortunate break for him. But now, let's move and get the point standings here. We can pause the action because we are done with that. We'll go to score 4. We'll generate the files. Show you how the top 30 looks. Now, I was given a question if I was going to do points for those that didn't make the show. No. because it's only a 30-car field, so you need to fight your way. Especially if you're a playoff driver. You need to earn it. And, wow, Johnny Garner is still in because of that. Bunch of drivers are still in when you think about it. So some drivers didn't really lose that many spots. Wow, I'm surprised. Like, they didn't receive any points. Like, their start does not count. I want to go back and look at the results just to make sure. Because it honestly surprises me. Yeah. When you think about Johnson, he only got 7 points, so you could only gain 7. So that now puts him back 11 on Johnny Garner. But the playoffs were not really affected today when you think about it. So, how the standings look now, everyone except for Marty Johnson that has a win is in. So that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, you obviously got your 2-win drivers, Barretto, Monaco, Ferris, and Gardner. So they're still in. Then you got Rossello 5, Fitzwater 6, Hoffman 7th, Monaco 8th, Friesen 9th, Webb 10th, Denton 11th, Marco 12th, Smith 13th, 14th Clifford, 15th Stapleton, and 16th Turner. So Mitchell Collins is still out. So how it looks now in the top 30 bubble is what I like to call it. 11 points up is Johnny Gardner. And 14 points up is Jesse Turner. Then 21 up, you would find Nathan Stapleton. Yeah. So Stapleton, Garner, Johnson, and Turner, you would have to watch out for closely. Same with Mitchell Collins as well. What do you think about him, too? So, yeah, next week, the New Era Cup Series, though. I believe it's next week. Let's double-check the schedule at the moment. Meanwhile, while we do that, I need to plug the laptop in, because it is about to go dead on me. And I thought it was about to drop something for a moment, but I guess not. That could be why. Alright, I gotta make this quick, so. Alright, there we go. There we go. Boom. Okay. So season 6 schedule for the New Era Cup Series. I believe we're on next week at Sonoma. And we are. July 26th, time to be determined, the Blue Emu 350. That should be a good one. Oh, yeah, Ego Barretto, if you are seeing this, you are in for Super Dirt Week. I keep forgetting that was a Super Dirt Week qualifier. So double check the Discord for what time the Blue Emu 350 is going to be. So that should be a good one. I am trying to figure out as well where I could put the Daytona Road Course in, because I would like to use that now that that's been added to the schedule this year. None of us saw that coming. So, yeah. I don't think it will be added, but I would like to try and find a date to put it in. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today. I'm Ari Sakal. You've been watching the NOFSRL New Era Cup Series. Congratulations to Eagle Barretto on win number 2 in the inaugural Arctic Cat Eldora Dirt Derby. Thank you all for joining us today, and so long from Eldora.